All right, looks like it's just you today. So we're doing an interval style workout, 4 rounds. Each round is going to be for time. You're going every 5 minutes, and you're doing 20 air squats, 15 dumbbell front squats, and then a 50-foot dumbbell front rack walking lunge. So pretty leg intensive. It gets progressively harder as you get to the walking lunge. And then if you don't know what 50 feet is, I would recommend doing 20 to 25 steps, because that's going to be about 10 steps per 25 feet. So pretty reasonable. Yeah. We're going to start off with a simple body weight warm-up as usual, so you don't need your equipment yet. And later on, it's just going to be a single dumbbell. If you have to, you can do this workout with 2 dumbbells. So to warm up, we're going to start with 3 rounds of this circuit. You're going to do 30 lateral hops. After your 30 lateral hops, you're going to get into a plank and do 20 mountain climbers. And then after your 20 mountain climbers, you're just going to do 10 alternating lunges. So 3 rounds, 30 lateral hops, 20 mountain climbers, 10 alternating lunges. All right, and then after 3 rounds of that, we're going to do the world's greatest stretch. So you're going to start in a down dog. From here, you're going to go left hand outside the left palm. You're going to drop the left elbow to the left heel, rotate the left arm up towards the ceiling, grab the ankle, extend the knee, come back to where you started. Then you're going to go right foot outside right hand, drop the right knee, rotate your right arm to the ceiling, grab the right ankle, extend the knee, and then come back to where you started. You're going to do that for 14 alternating reps and 7 on each side. All right, and then from there, we're going to get into a 30-second squat hold. Just going to come down into the bottom of your squat. It's just going to be a nice and relaxed 30-second hold. You're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and bottom of the squat. Try to keep that chest up if you can. Halfway through. Three, 2, 1, and stand. All right, from there we're going to get into some windmills. So you're going to straddle your stance a little bit wider than you would for a kettlebell swing. You're going to have your right arm up and then your left arm on your left leg. You're going to let your left arm glide down your left leg as you reach towards your toe and look up at your right hand. So left hand stays in contact with the left leg the whole time. You're looking up at your right hand, which is slightly rotating as you're reaching for the left heel. So let's go with 12 windmills with the left hand and then 12 with the right hand. All right, and then from there, we're going to stretch out the triceps a little bit for the front rack. You're going to find a wall. You're going to dig just below your just below your elbow into the wall. It's going to be kind of like a prayer stretch. You're going to step back a bit, and then you're going to try and lean into that shoulder. So you should get your chest as close to the wall as possible. You should be feeling this back here and a little in your lat. You're going to hold for 30 seconds on each side. In 3, 2, 1, and hold. Ten more seconds on this side. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now you're going to switch sides to the other arm. You're going again in 3, 2, 1, and hold. Halfway through. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, now we're going to do a similar stretch for the hip flexors. So we're going to come back to that world's greatest stretch. I'm going to get my right foot outside my right hand. And all I'm going to do now is drop my right elbow, and I'm going to hold that for 30 seconds as I try to lean towards that right leg. So you're leaning in, so you should feel the stretch on the inside of your leg. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds on each side as well. In 3, 2, 1, and hold. Really try to lean towards that right leg. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now you're going to switch sides. Other side in 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, now we're going to get into some standing figure eights. This time you're going to feel this on the outside of your leg. You're going to pull your right knee in. You're going to keep holding on to your right knee with your right hand. You're going to pick up the bottom of your right foot with your left foot. As the bottom foot comes up, you're going to push into that knee. Same thing on the other side. Pick the knee up with both hands. Right hand goes on the bottom of the left foot. Then left hand pushes into the left knee. Ideally, you want to get your heel as level with your knee as you can. So just do 12 alternating reps. Really try and push that knee into the floor. All right, we're going to finish off the warm up with some wall sits and Prozac squats. So you're just going to find some space on a wall. You're going to bring your knees out just a little bit. Come down until your hips are level with your knees, and your heel should be just about under your knees as well. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Really focus on pushing your back into the wall. Halfway through. Three, 2, 1, and rest. And lastly, we're going to finish off with some Prozac squats. You're going to come back into that wide stance. You're going to shift your weight to one side. As you come down, I want you to rotate that toe up towards the ceiling, then plant that foot back before you come over to the other side. Rotate the toe up towards the ceiling, plant the foot, come back to start. You're going to do that for 14 alternating reps. All right, so now we're going to talk about the workout. So 4 rounds for time, every 5 minutes, 20 air squats, 15 dumbbell front rack squats, 50-foot dumbbell front rack walking lunge. So we're just going to go through the list in order. For this workout, again, you can use 1 dumbbell, you can use 2 dumbbells, or I know you have a barbell, which you can also use if you want. But yeah, just have that handy because we're going to go over the workout.
What are the weights like?
RX should technically be 50, but I would say just something heavy but manageable. Ideally, you're going to want to get this done within 3 to 3.5 minutes. Sub 3 should definitely be reasonable if your weight is super light, but I would aim for a weight that you know you're going to be working for about 3 to 3.5 minutes.
And only 1 dumbbell.
You could use 2.
But when you say 50, you mean 1 50-pound.
Well, you could use 2 50-pounds. What I'm saying is just that if you only have 1 dumbbell, it would be 50. But if you had 2 50s, you could use that too. Just because not everyone has a dumbbell right now, that's why it's kind of like.
Gotcha.
All right, so we're just gonna go through the list in order. Just have the weight nearby. We're just gonna start off with the air squat. It's gonna do 10 air squats. All right, after your 10 air squats, you're gonna grab your weight. If you have to choose between 2 weights and 1, I would pick the heavier one as long as it's doable. It's not gonna make too much of a difference whether you have 1 or 2. What matters more is the weight. So I'm just gonna demo with 1 dumbbell, but for the front rack squat, you're just gonna have the dumbbell resting on your shoulder, and it's just like the air squats before. I would try to have the dumbbell resting a little bit more behind you. That way, as you're squatting down, it's not going to fall forward with you. So let's go with 10 dumbbell front rack squats. 10 dumbbell front rack squats. If you only have 1 dumbbell, you don't have to worry about switching sides. All right, and then for the last portion, 50 feet. If you don't know what 50 feet is, I would go with about 20 to 25 steps. Every person's stride is roughly 2 feet, so that's going to be 20 to 25 steps. And then for the front rack walking lunges, same thing. You're going to have the dumbbell or dumbbells rest on your shoulders. You don't have to switch sides, but you can if you want to. And then for the lunge, it's just your regular forward lunge. Right now, you're just going to do 10 alternating reps. So again, 4 rounds per time. We're going every 5 minutes. The work should be about 2.5 to 3.5 minutes. That way you have a decent amount of time to rest. 20 air squats, 15 dumbbell front rack squats, and then a 50-foot dumbbell front rack walking lunge. This is very quad and hip flexor intensive. Just keep that in mind. So I would take a second between each of the movements, and I would not sprint, especially since you're going from body weight squats to weighted squats to technically weighted single leg squats. And there's 4 rounds of that, so it's going to be a lot of squats. I will call out the time every 5 minutes. And this is, again, like an 18-minute workout because the last round doesn't take the full 5 minutes. Any questions?
No, I'll give it a shot.
All right. We'll get started in 30 seconds. Let me just reset my timer. All right, we're going to get started in 10 seconds. You're starting with the 20 air squats. In 3, 2, 1, and go. After the 20 air squats, 15 dumbbell front rack squats. And then after the 15 dumbbell front rack squats, 50-foot dumbbell front rack walking lunge, or 20 to 25 steps. All right, that took exactly 2 minutes. So pretty good on rest time. You'll have a full 3 minutes of rest.
Should I up the weight?
I would if you could up the weight, just because that was pretty quick for that interval. It also didn't look too challenging, so I definitely add a little bit more weight if you can.
Yeah, I can go to 220s instead of 130.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be 40, so that's pretty good. It'll help even out the sides too.
Okay.
I think you'll be fine with 220s.
Yeah.
Two more minutes to rest.
How have you been, Ursula?
Oh, it's all right. I've been all right. How about you?
That didn't sound all right when it started.
It's just really crazy for me because I know everything is just so different, and I know everyone's kind of like adjusted or getting back to normal, and I'm just in this weird place where nothing really gets back to normal for me, and my education is all over the place, and that's kind of like my whole life, especially right now. So it's kind of very difficult for me to rationalize.
Yeah.
And
sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
The world is not back to normal.
I mean, it's not, but a lot of people are like slowly transitioning like back to work, back to as close to regular living as they can. So, I mean, I don't know. Some states are starting to go in reverse. I'm hoping that doesn't happen with us, but
yeah,
see. We'll see.
How much time?
We still have another minute to rest.
Oh. Yeah, I know. it just doesn't seem like we can really get back to normal because you see the states that did and what happened. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's also like I've read about the European countries that are slowly trying to not legalize, but like make outdoor events okay again. And I know that the minister of France or something let people go to this outdoor concert and no one was social distancing or wearing masks. And now he's like, I really regret that.
Yeah, yeah.
10 seconds. Twenty air squats in 3, 2, 1, and go. After those 20 air squats, 15 dumbbell front rack squats. And then after the 15 dumbbell front rack squats, 20 to 25 front rack walking lunge steps. All right, that took you an extra 8 seconds. I actually thought you were going to finish even faster this round because you were done with the air squats and dumbbell front rack squats earlier, faster than you did for the last round.
So it's like warmed up a little bit.
So, you don't have anything heavier than 220s?
230s, but
you could try it for one round, honestly. You're doing really good for time, so just for one round.
Or I have the barbell, but
It's only like 5 pounds heavier. So that's 220s is a 40 and that's 45. If you want to change it up, you can try a round with 30 and then the last round with the barbell. Well, no, this round with the barbell and then the last round with the 230s.
well, I have a woman's bar, so I can make it like 50 or 55 or whatever.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, I got a women's bar just to make it easier for anybody that wanted to use it.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I would go 50 this round or 55, just that way it increases incrementally. I mean, really, you're doing each round in 2 minutes. So right now you still have 1.5 minutes to rest. If you feel like you can handle it, I would definitely add some weight.
Okay, I'll try 55.
Awesome. All right, 1 more minute to rest. This is going to be the third round. starting again in 30 seconds. Air squats again in 3, 2, 1, and go. 20 air squats. After those 20 air squats, 15 front squats. And then 20 to 25 lunges.
All in the front squat?
So that was 15 front squats, and the next one is 20 to 25 lunges. You can do front lunges or reverse lunges, depending on how comfortable you are in the rack position.
But the weight has to be in the front rack.
Yes. All right, that took 15 more seconds than the last round. So still less than 2.5 minutes, just so you know. So that definitely looks a lot more challenging.
Well, the front rack's a lot harder.
Oh, yeah. I feel like with dumbbells, it's kind of fine because they can move a little bit, but with a barbell, you're really kind of stuck in this position. So I don't know about you, but like my biceps always light up when I'm doing barbell front rack stuff.
And my shoulders were getting tired.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those dumbbells are resting on your shoulders for like a solid minute, maybe more, depending on the weight. So
The dumbbells just sort of hang out there. It's like doing a back squat more.
it is. That's why I'm just like, this is so much more comfortable, especially if you let the ends slide off the back. It helps you counterbalance too.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact that they're heavy, it's actually kind of a nice alternative to a squat.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry as much about staying balanced and upright.
That's why I was asking if I could, I basically wanted to know if I could do if I could put the bar on the back of my
Well,
shoulders.
that would be a back rack lunge, which
Yeah,
would be
exactly.
easier.
No, that's fine. It's cheating. I get it.
You have one more round left anyway.
Yeah.
You have 1 more minute to rest.
Okay.
How's Dazzle?
He's good. Yeah. He's like, he likes it. He gets to run a lot more now, stuff like that.
I can imagine all that free space. My dog would love it there.
Yeah. Like we live in an apartment, so we don't have it, but my mother-in-law has a big yard. And then we've been like hiking more and stuff like that. So it's funny, like you can actually tell he's like his legs are bigger, like he's actually getting more exercise. Like he looks more muscular, stuff like that.
I mean, to be fair, walking, like hiking and walking in New York City streets are two completely different things. So
Yeah, totally.
makes sense. 30 seconds. All right, last round coming up in 10 seconds. Back to those 20 air squats. 3, 2, 1, and go. Fifteen front squats after those air squats. 'And then last 20 to 25 lunges. All right, nice. That only took 2.5 minutes plus 5 seconds. So pretty fast even for that last round. We're gonna do some hip flexor and low back stretches. Again, just because that was a lot of volume. Just a second. So we're gonna start off with a simple top stretch. We're gonna do a minute per side. So for the couch stretch, you're just going to get one foot in front of you. The other foot is going to come behind you. And you're going to try and make sure that you're getting your glute as close to your heel as possible. Try and keep your chest upright and lean back towards that wall. So you get a stretch along the front of your hip. You're going to hold that for a minute on each side. In 3, 2, 1, and hold. Try to progressively lean back as much as you can. Again, you should feel this in the front of your hip. Halfway through on this side. Last 10 seconds on this side. 3, 2, 1, and rest. You're gonna switch sides, same thing on the other leg. 3, 2, 1, and go. Halfway through on this side, try to lean a little bit further back so you feel that more in the front of your leg. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. And we're just going to finish off with some cat-cows with an extended hold position. So you're going to get your knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. You're going to tuck the chin and tuck the spine. Pull your upper back towards the ceiling. You're going to count to 3 in this position. And then you're going to untuck the spine, untuck the low back, belly button into the floor. You're going to hold that for the count of 3. And you're just going to alternate and hold for the count of 3 in each position for 8 reps. So only 8 reps, but solid 3 counts at the top and at the bottom of your cat-cow. All right, that's all I have for you today. Hopefully your hips aren't absolutely dying tomorrow from all the squat volume. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you Friday if you take class then.
Yeah, I plan to. Thanks, Ursula. I guess I should have started heavier, huh?
I definitely think you could have easily gone 55 each round. It literally looked like you were just doing body weight lunges and front squats with the 20s.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then I don't know, when you were saying one dumbbell, and so I just thought it would take longer, but that's fine.
See, like, I'm just saying one dumbbell because, well, other people watch this on YouTube later. So then Sam wants me to, like, tell them if they only have one dumbbell, use one dumbbell. Also, like, for part classes, sometimes there isn't enough for 2 dumbbells. So I know 50 pounds and 100 pounds is a big difference, but I mean, you would want to use the same weighted dumbbell. But yeah, anyway, you're fine. Yeah. Like that was a solid workout.
I'm sweating. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. See you on Friday.
Bye-bye.